only from brawn.
Yes, a warm welcome back. And so to international boxing, starting with a bout that has seen a good deal of controversy surround it. The fight last night between the WBC heavyweight champion Larry Holmes and the rising star from the distinguished Frazier family, Marvis Frazier. Well, this was planned as a title fight, but then the WBC body refused to recognize it as such because Marvis was not in the top 10 rankings. Well, that's how it stood at fight time. But if Holmes did lose to Frazier, then he would lose his crown and the title would become vacant. Both men undefeated, Holmes over 44 fights, including 16 successful title defenses, whereas Frazier's career has spanned only 10 pro fights, all wins. Although originally it was planned to hold the 12-round contest outdoors at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, weather forced the bout indoors into the sports pavilion there. Reg Guttridge was at ringside, but let's hear first now from the Master of Ceremonies.
Well, it's obvious that Holmes has got to get himself worked up for this right away. At 34 years of age, you know, the reflexes start to go a little bit, and although most of the experts are saying that he should easily win, well...
Ladies and gentlemen, this next event is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Art Lurie, chairman. The referee assigned by the commission, Mills Lane. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing... in the blue corner, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at an even 200 pounds. He has a professional record of 10 wins, no defeats, with 6 knockouts. Here is the undefeated Marvis Frazier.
So in British conversion, that's 14 stone, 4 pounds.
And in the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, weighing 219 pounds. He, too, is undefeated in his professional career with 44 wins, no defeats, 31 knockouts. He is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes.
219 pounds, 15 stone, 9, Holmes. That's 4 pounds lighter than his last fight. But when he fought Jerry Cooney, he came in at 15 stone, 2.5.
Okay, Larry.
So the final rundown.
Instruction in the dressing room. Any questions from Mr. Frazier's corner? Any questions from Mr. Holmes' corner? Okay, let's get it on.
Well, that's fighting talk, isn't it? Let's get it on. I've never heard that one before. And that's Larry Holmes' wife. Is he in above his head with only 10 fights? Or is the old man Joe Frazier shrewd to have put him in and take his chance? After all, Joe Frazier knows Larry Holmes backwards, as he boxed with him when he was the world champion. Frazier, of course, with only 10 fights, but has been around the hard-bitten gymnasiums of the world, boxed in the top American. Just look at this for a show-off at the start then by Marvis Frazier, trying to show contempt for Holmes. And remember, at 34 years of age, there are occasions when heavyweights come apart at the seams overnight. Well, I'm wondering, is this really the night or not? I would suspect that those trunks that Frazier's wearing were his father's. They were certainly the same colour that Joe wore when he fought Ali. A little bit of jeering from the crowd there because there was a wrestling throw coming from Holmes. A little reminding clip around the ear there from the champion to tell the youngster don't come too strong in the opening round. Joe Frazier was telling me that his boy's got to fight 3 minutes every round. By that he means he's got to pitch in punches and try and slow Holmes down, who he reckons is now reduced to spasms of punching during the round to save his strength. But really, you have to say, there's no substitute for experience. He bangs that left hand in. Probably the best left hand punch since the great Joe Louis. Last time up, of course, Frazier was in with Joe Bugner. You know, he beat the big fellow there out of sight in Atlantic City. He didn't have him down. Oh! The long right hand. Well, look at that. He's been down as an amateur, Marvis Frazier. This is the first time as a pro. He's not in control of his legs. He measured that right hand, and there's the father wondering what he can say. What can he say? But look out, here he comes with the next punch. And he really could do with those seconds ticking away faster than ever in the opening round. He shouldn't have dropped his hands. And Holmes warned everybody that he would have to put the kid in his place. And it looks as though this could be the mismatch that many people thought it was. Really putting young Frazier in trouble there. Will he get over this first round? The gun shield comes flying out. Bill Zane, the referee, hopefully giving him every chance, but it's all one way now, and he stopped it in the opening round with just a few seconds to go, 3 seconds probably to the end of the first round. There's Holmes and wife, there's Joe saying to the son, okay kid, I know what that's all about. It's happened to me, but of course never as quickly as that. And there's no doubt that the father's judgment was in serious doubt there, and obviously very wrong, because this is how Holmes said he would have to deal. He said, I was brought up with this kid in the gym. I'm going to get no pleasure out of beating him up. And it looks a very moving moment there between fighters. And considering he got about $2.5 million for that, Holmes, there was a worry, of course, whether Frazier was able to absorb a punch. He once had an operation for a pinched nerve in the neck, which left a hefty scar. He was knocked out as an amateur by James Broad, whom he subsequently defeated as a pro. But really, he took enough punishment in that opening round to have lasted him a long time, and perhaps it's just as well that he didn't have to go on taking it for more rounds. 45 wins on the turn, and an unusual non-title one. But of course, had Holmes lost the championship, it would have been declared vacant. So let's then have a look at the replays. The long right hand, you'd really almost telegraphed, and there was no way that Frazier could keep in control there. Just look at that. Made an effort to get up. Now here it is, he's measuring it, isn't he? Bang. The full length of the arm before he tagged him on the side of the jaw, and that punch must have gone from chin to boots. So that's where he was waving the punches then at Frazier. A little bit of Ali's show-off there. Just clubbing him at will and calling the referee in Mills Lane and clipping him there. That really is back to the old Jack Johnson days, punishing his man and showing mercy at the same time. But he had to get on with the business. That's what the champions are all about. This really is a tough game. And it went on, for me, a dozen punches too long. And the district attorney referee from Nevada, there he is, and about time. Champions are all about. This really is a tough game. And it went on, for me, a dozen punches too long. And the district attorney referee from Nevada, there he is, and about time. Well, falling into Dad's arms there, and it's a very sad sight. Well, Larry Holmes has always been a good talker, and I'm sure he's not out of breath after that exercise. Over then to my colleague, Ferdy Pacheco. Let's hear what the champion says.
I was sitting there from one of the greatest fighters of all time. They show you that I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm right now, I'm in my prime of my life. And the kid ain't ready, and he wasn't ready. And I'm just glad that I heard him. I was banging on him, and
I saw you look at the referee. Every time you hit him a right hand, you looked over like saying, you want more of this, and then you hit him again, and you looked at the referee again. I thought that was very humane of you.
Well, the kid got a long way to go. Play the kid for another day.
Well, the quote from the Frazier camp when Marvis had recovered fully suggested that he played a little and paid the price. Marvis said he found it hard to recuperate from the right-hand blow. All I saw was myself going down. Well, I still love the fighting game, but I'll have to go back to the drawing board. There is always tomorrow. Now to the supporting bout on that Caesars Palace bill.